My mother had 5 unmedicated births, and so I watched her go through that experience several times, and I was always really interested in pregnancy and birth. Before I went to midwifery school, I worked for 5 years in women's health clinics and became increasingly interested in women's health care during that time. And so I did a program where I did a nursing program. I got my RN in a period of a year and a half after taking prereqs. And then I went directly into my midwifery program at the University of Washington. And so it was an intensive 3-year process, and then came back to Austin when I was done. So I came in as a brand new midwife, and I really felt like the midwives at the birth center, and there have been changing faces along the way, but some of the most experienced midwives here were there in 2010 when I started too. And so I felt like they really took me under their wing. They taught me so many things. I'm really lucky to get to work with nurse midwives and certified professional midwives. The certified professional midwives that I work with have really taught me so much about herbal remedies to help clients in pregnancy and birth. And those are things that I did not learn in nurse midwifery school, so that's been enormously helpful. And then I came here as a person who'd never had a baby. And so for the first 5 years that I worked here as a midwife, I supported people in labor and birth without knowing exactly what that experience was like. And so since then, I've had 2 babies myself. And one of them was born here, but they were both born without the use of medication and with minimal intervention. And I would say I had a lot of respect for the birth process and the people who go through it without medication and all of the interventions that you could have in a hospital setting. But I had a whole new appreciation for it after doing it myself, for sure. And so I worked here, I worked at this location, I've worked at our North location, and I guess over time, I was more interested in the roles that helped to grow the services that we were offering and be a support person to our team. And so I just kind of grew into those leadership roles along the way. And then in 2019, our founder, the birth center founder, Jean Stokes, was ready to retire. And it was just being in the right place at the right time. And she sold us the practice, and Becky and I have been working hard to kind of keep it going and make it stronger ever since.